Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the CAPI Live. I'm sorry that I'm late. Had some technical issues. We will give everybody a chance to get on. Hey, Cora. Cora's always first. I don't know if we're going to have that many on tonight, so now I'm late. The lag's not that bad. A few seconds. Alrighty, so we got that set in. Turn that off. Turn off the notifications, yeah. Oh, they're already turned off. Sean. How was everybody's weekend? Weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend and an awesome week. I had a really good weekend. I worked. I'm doing that a lot here lately. There's Colton. Okay, Cora.
See, I'm in this, so I'm more important than you.
He's too busy eating his hand. Hey, emo girl. Is that hand good? Welcome to the CAPI hand eating contest. And Colton has won because he's got it all the way up to the third knuckle.
Wait.
See that baby? See that baby? There's a baby on there. Say here, brother. There's your baby on there. We'll let everybody get on and then we'll get started. Whoever's coming on. What? Pop, start talking. Look, there's Pop.
No, that's Tom.
Okay.
He didn't have a seat on it. This one's sitting right over there.
Oh, was there?
I'm going to take this to the house for coffee.
Good idea.
I just got to figure out how to
Go on a snake hunt.
hang it up in something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something there.
I'm not going to.
He's precious. Thank you, emo girl. That's our newest grandson, Colton. I apologize for being late today. That's some technical issues we had to figure out. If you're on right now, please say hello so I'll know you're here in the chat. That's the only way I know if you're on. It says we have 3 on, but only have 2 people in the chat. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell so you'll know when we're on, which is every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And most certainly, if whether you're subscribed or not, please hit that like button. That helps with the algorithm on how they show the videos. And I have noticed in my recent YouTube search that our shows are being shown more, and so and we're getting a lot of numbers on the people that watch it after it airs. So that's really, really great. So yeah, if you guys would hit the like button for me, let me know you're here by saying hello. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll know when we are on. We still have the contest going on. If we hit 3,000 subs, John and I will get the CAPI Paranormal, uh, the CAPI logo tattooed somewhere on our body. So we will be getting, hold on, I'll show you the logo. Interesting. We will be getting this tattoo put on our bodies somewhere. Welcome back, Cora. John and I will be having this image tattooed on our bodies somewhere when we hit 3,000 subs. We'll have this logo tattooed onto our bodies somewhere on our bodies. And we're going to do it live too. So that's another good thing. You guys will get to watch us be in pain. Who doesn't want to watch two men cry? Two grown men cry. Dakota. Oh, now we only have one person on. Trying to buy time until we get everybody on. That always takes them a while to get on when I come on late. I think they figure that I'm not coming on. Yes, would you make a cup of coffee?
Okay.
They said that Colton was precious. Did you see that? Okay, he's precious. Let's go ahead and start, everybody. Just because there's only a couple on doesn't mean we can't go ahead and get started. People will start coming in as they come in. We will. He'll be on if he can. She'll be on if she can. No, not yet. I was late coming on, so they're usually late when I'm late.
Why can't you scoot over and sit next?
Because it's not that big of a chair. Do the coffee thing.
No, this thing.
Please. All right, we'll go ahead and get started, and everybody else will come on whenever they get on. We'll start with a prayer request. Continue to pray for John and Michelle and their daughter. Y'all know they're going through the hectic process of rebuilding their life after a total loss fire. They're making it. We're doing stuff every day that we can to get them back up and running and back into life and rebuilding everything. Paramom and I were out all day today looking in storage sheds and storage units and all this stuff and finding stuff. We did find them quite a bit of stuff. We found them a few more clothes, some kitchen stuff, household stuff, just whatever we could. And so we're going to continue to do that until they say stop. They do still need clothes for John and for Michelle. John said they're good on clothes for Allie. So I have some stuff for them if you could meet me during the week. Okay, Emo, I'll contact you. I don't know when I can meet you this coming week. I got a hectic work schedule this week, but I will have some time, I know. And I will contact you. Probably midweek, if that's okay.
We could go back.
Okay. Probably around midweek, I'll holler at you, and then we can figure out where we can meet up. That would be great. Okay, cool. So continue to keep them in your prayers. Of course, keep Joey and Stephanie in your prayers as well, um, as they just finished their move to their new place. So y'all know how hectic that can be. Um, so continue to pray for their continued peace. Um, keep Beth and Tom in your prayers as well. Um, keep the team in general in your prayers um, as we move forward, headed into the new year. Um, we're booked in investigations and events. And speaking of events, if anybody has any prayer requests that you want to hear, I have 2 unspokens that I also want to add. And if anybody has any, just let me know. Or you can email them to John. All right, I think I can put in John's email if I can remember. Let's see. No. I'm going to have to find out what it is. Okay, yeah, CAPI at Gmail. There's John's, and here's mine. It didn't take all of it. Why did it do that? And John's is joen.cappy at gmail.com, not Gmail comma con. I put comma com. It's not comma com. It's gmail.com. And then there's mine. And then also you have Beth's, which is there we go. With all 3 of ours there. The only difference is John's isn't jbowen.cappy at gmail.com. It's jbowen.cappy at gmail.com. Let me put that on there so I can say I did it right. There we go. If you have any prayer requests or anything like that, if you want to throw them at us, you don't want to put them on screen, you can put them on either of those emails. If you want to go to CAPI Camp, which takes us right into upcoming events. Our upcoming events for right now are CAPI Camp. That will be this coming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at excuse me. Let's see. It will be this weekend, this coming weekend. Let me get my calendar up so I'll make sure I get the dates right. Yep, this coming weekend, October 14th, 15th, and 16th. And it's going to be at Paul M. Griff State Park in Plantersville, Alabama. I will throw up the address to that as well. Give me a sec. Boom. All right, CAPI Camp is October 14th, 15th, and 16th at Paul M. This and that address is Between 64 Grist Road. All right, there we go. The CAPI campus this weekend, October 14th, 15th, and 16th at Paul M. Chris. I said Christ. It's actually Grist State Park. Address is 1564 Grist Road, Valley Grande, Alabama, which is Plantersville, but it's now Valley Grande now if they annexed that. But yeah, it's going to be an awesome weekend. We're going to do the class. We have some people coming for the class. So if you want to come and you've always wanted to know how to and properly investigate the paranormal and how to use the equipment and all that stuff, then come on now. This will be really good for you. Friday we will get there. Usually John or I are usually the first ones there. We'll start setting up camp Friday afternoon, between the time between noon and 2. We usually start setting up camp. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We usually start setting up camp, and then as people arrive, we do ours really quick so that we can be done by the time everyone gets there. That way, as people arrive, we can help them set up their tents and campground. Once they get set up, everybody gets all set up, and we're done. We will start cooking. We'll eat that night, usually a quick meal. And then we sit around the fire and have s'mores and tell ghost stories and adventures and experiences and answer paranormal questions and get to know each other and just become friends. And usually sometime around 10-ish Saturday, we will get up and start doing the class. The class is 8 hours. It usually goes for about 1 to 2 hours, and then we'll break, and then it'll go for another couple hours, then we'll break, and then we'll go another couple hours, and then sometime in there, we'll do an hour lunch, back and finish up. And then after the class, we do hands-on training with the equipment. You get to know the equipment, how to handle it, how to use it, what it means, what readings mean, how to collect evidence, all that good stuff. And then after that, we have some free time for the rest of the day. Whatever time's left, we have free time. And then that evening, we do a mock investigation where you get to actually participate in the investigation. As a matter of fact, you do the investigation from what you learned in the class. And then after that, we all go back to the campfire, and sometime between in there, we eat some more, and we talk, and we tell ghost stories and have s'mores and just have a good time. Then Sunday, we get up to a big breakfast. We don't want anyone leaving hungry or having to travel the road with a growl in their tummy. So we have a big breakfast Sunday morning. And then once we get done with that, we do We either give certificates if we have them on hand, or it depends on how it goes as far as being able to pick up certificates this week. We either give certificates or we will take your information to send you your certificates. And then we help everybody pack up their stuff. We pack up our stuff. We help everybody else pack up theirs. And then we all say our goodbyes and we go. And there's usually a little sad time there that where everybody doesn't really want the weekend to end. And we don't want our new friends to leave. And it's just a lot of fun. It really is. We always have a really, really good time. The only regret people have at the end of CAPI camp is that it's the end of CAPI camp. That's usually the only regrets that we have, is that people want to keep going. They don't want to stop. Every year, or every event, not every year, because we do it more than once a year, but every camp, I always start figuring out in my head how I can get the next couple of days off so I don't have to stop camping yet. That way I can just keep going. Because once I get out there and get camping, and I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. It's just too much fun. Excuse me. And then we go home. But it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, friends, a lot of food, a lot of fellowship, and a lot of education. So you guys definitely want to come to CAPI camp. There's no reason dollars, but if you can't afford that, you just let us know, and we around that. All right. So you have no excuse not to come to CAPI camp. It is a lot of fun, a lot of food, a lot of friends, and a lot of fellowship. I promise you, you will not regret coming to CAPI camp. We always have an amazing time. And so if you guys want to come, it is this weekend, October 14th, 15th, and 16th at Paul M. Grist State Park in Valley Grande, Alabama. That's 1564 Grist Road, Valley Grande, Alabama. I've had a couple people ask me, what is the cost to be in the park? There is no cost to CAPI if you're just coming to camp. The only time you pay a cost to CAPI is if you want to take the class. And that's just to pay for your materials. It's only $25 if you want to do the class. Like I said, if you can't afford that, let us know and we can work on it. As far as the park goes, we have nothing to do with the park. We don't get any cutback or kickbacks from the park or anything like that. We just always pick a park and that's where we go. And we find out how much it's going to cost for each person to be there. It is only, I want to say 13. Let me make sure. I think it's $13.52. If I'm not mistaken. He texted me, the park ranger texted me today. Yes, $13.52 per tent. I don't know why they come up with that price. It's kind of a specific price. Usually the places are anywhere between $10 to $20 and a bunch of those in between, but I've never had one that's $13.52. I don't know why that is. That's kind of a specific number. I guess they sat down and figured out how much they needed or wanted from everybody, and that's what they did. So it is $13.52 per tent. All right. So if you want to come and bring your family, if y'all can all stay in one tent, you only pay $13.52. That's all you have to pay. You don't have to pay the admission to the park or anything like that. You just pay the $13.52. That is including the admission to the park, which I think is usually $3 or $5 a carload. I think it is. But the admission to the park is covered in that $13.52. You don't have to pay that. When you come in the front gate, there'll be a box there for you to pay. Don't do that if you're coming to stay. If you're coming to camp, don't do that. Just keep on coming through and come up to the campground where we'll be. You won't miss it, I promise. We're probably going to be out by the lake. So when you come in and the first time you have a chance to turn right, take that chance, and then you'll see us down there on the right. But if you have any problems when you get there, just go to the ranger station. They will be more than happy to guide you to where you need to be. They know where we're going to be. They know who is coming and all that good stuff. They say if someone comes there and says, hey, we're here for CAPI, they know where to send you. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be out by the lake. We did it up by the bathrooms and showers one year. And the only area up there where we had power and water was rocky. Like it was like gravel, and it really was uncomfortable. And people was putting holes in their mattresses and tent floors and all that stuff. It was horrible. So we said we can just sacrifice the water and power, because all we have to do is drive up to the water and power. It's just up the road. But where we camp at, we won't have any water or power. It is a primitive camp, but like I said, there's showers, bathrooms, power, water, everything just up the road. You just jump in your car and run up there and air up your air mattress or whatever you got to do. So it's not that big of a deal. There is bathrooms, and clean showers. Bring your you need to bring your own towels, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, shampoo, conditioner, whatever. I don't think I bring any shampoo this time. I don't know if I need any shampoo this time or not. I might have to look into getting some shampoo to do my curly locks, but maybe not. But your toiletries, bring that with you. They don't provide that, of course. Um, shower shoes, towels, wash rags, or sponges, and your soap, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush, razors, shampoo, conditioner, whatever you want to bring it with you because it's really clean bathrooms. They're really nice. They're not all dirty and nasty and all that stuff like that. I've never gone there and it been a dirty, nasty bathroom or shower. It's always been clean and nice. They take really good care of the stuff out there. So, what if I put an air mattress in the bed of the truck instead of a tent? I'm really considering this. Okay, yeah, whatever you want to do, you can park down there next to us where we're going to be. Absolutely, and then you can tent in the back of your truck or camp in the back of your truck. Absolutely, you can. I'd bring a tarp or something to put over it. If you got a canopy or something, you could put over it. I have a canopy that we're going to put up. Maybe you could back under that. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, emo girl, that's absolutely no problem with that. Absolutely no problem. That will not be an issue. If you're going to spend the night, you'll still have to pay the 13.52 though. If you're going to spend the night, spend the weekend there, you still have to pay 52. The 13.52 is per night. Let y'all know that too. It is per night. That's one tent per night. All right. So for the weekend, it's going to cost you. Let's see, it's not much. $27.04. So yeah, you're good. We have a canopy. We have several actually. I just don't have a tent. Okay, well, yeah, that's not a problem. Uh, Emo girl, you can definitely do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Back your truck in where the tents are at. Throw your air mattress on the back of it. Go air it up. Then back it in and put your canopy over the top of your bed of your truck. Yeah, I've actually camped that way before myself, but I didn't have an air mattress. I had a few egg crates in the sleeping bags, but I've camped in the back of my pickup before. There's nothing wrong with that. I've never camped in the pickup that we have now, but it would be interesting too because it has a bed cover on it. So I guess I could throw some blankets in there and an air mattress or whatever, and I would be covered from the elements because I have a bed cover on that pickup truck. So that'd be pretty cool. Sweet. Let me think on it. I want to go so bad. There's nothing to think about. If you want to go so bad, why are you thinking about it? Just do it. There's no reason to think. You just do it. It's not going to cost you any money other than what was it? $27. I mean, that's pretty good for a whole weekend. Don't think about it. Just do it. The tent sites are only $13.52 a night. That's it. $13.52 per night. So that's $27.04 per night or for the weekend. $27.04 for the weekend. Bagging Hub's out with all his health issues and stuff. I just bring him. Don't tell him where you're going. Tell him you're going to the store. Whatever. Just tell him you're going to the store or something. And he's like, okay, well, you sure are driving for a long ways. Oh, yeah, baby, it's just around the corner here. It's just over this next hill, I think. Did I get lost? What is that? Is that a campground? Let's go check that out. Let's see what's down there. Oh my gosh, it's CAPI. CAPI's at this campground. What are the odds? I can't believe it. And do you know what? I just happened the other day, inadvertently, threw some blankets, sleeping bags, and an air mattress in the back of the truck. What the hell was I thinking? But now look, it's a good thing that, baby, I might be psychic. I may be psychic. He can hear you, by the way. Oh, I just gave it away. Now he's not going to believe you. You tell him anywhere you're going next week is going to say, bullshit, you're going to the camp. I know. I heard the dumbass on the camp. Hubby, we were just kidding. She's not really going to the camp. It's not real. That's not. Nah. We're just kidding about that. Yeah, do it. Just tell him you're going somewhere. Just come on out. Don't tell him. He can't hear us now. If you whisper, he can't hear. Now, we would love to have you guys. You guys would not regret coming to CAPI camp. Oh, he'll forget. There you go. He'll forget all about it. He'll forget all about it. You just do it. I promise you, you won't regret coming to CAPI camp. And oh my gosh, it's so much fun. If you like to fish, there's a 100-acre lake there that you can go fish at. If you like, you can go fishing if you want. If y'all like to fish. And on Sunday, we usually hang around for a while just to mess around. Oh, fish. Yeah, he can go fishing. I love to fish. There's a huge lake. It's 100 acres. It is a massive lake there. People take their flat bottoms out there, and some people bring bass boats out there. I've seen bass boats on that lake. But yeah, most people bring out the little flat bottoms with a little troller motor on there and buzz around the lake and fish all day. But yeah, it's really good fishing there. If you like, there's crappie there, there's cat, there's bass, there's some gar. I think there was some gar in there. I don't know if they're still there or not. They may have weeded them out, but I know there's crappie. Or if you're from the Marengo, Wilcox, Dallas County, and Perry County area, there's some crappie there. But there's crappie, there's what else? Bass, there's cat. There's a good bit of fish in there. I've seen some people bring out some big boys. So yeah, if you like to fish, come on out. There's fishing there. You can go out. There's a swimming area. I don't know if it'll be warm enough this weekend, the way the weather's been, but there is a swimming area. If I find it, we'll go. If you don't find it, go, because we have an extra. So don't even let that be an excuse. I've got an extra one for you. So if you don't find it, you can't use it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. How can I pay? With money. That's what I usually do. I've tried to turn tricks and stuff like that, but they just won't take it. So don't even try that. I've tried it already. They won't do it. But you can pay with money. I have done that. They've accepted it every time I've tried. You can do cash. You can do major credit cards. Do I pay you or them? You pay the park. Thank you for asking that, because I didn't say that earlier. Yeah, you pay the park. Yeah, that has nothing to do with CAPI. That we have no control over what the parks charge. We have no control over that whatsoever. Believe me, if we did, it wouldn't be $13.52. It would be 13 or 14. It wouldn't be $13.52. I don't know where they came up with that. But yeah, that goes to the park. You pay when you get there. Usually what'll happen is we'll go and start getting set up. Everybody will start getting their tent set up and everything. And sometimes before we go to sleep or whatever, before we sit down at the fire, sometimes that evening, Roger will come by in his golf cart and collect money from everyone. That's usually the way he does it when we're there. We do go to some camps that you have to pay when you come in. There's some that you have to pay when you leave. But Gris, they're so laid back there, Roger and them, and they trust us and everything. He knows that if we have somebody that didn't pay, that I'll get on them, or I'll go pay it myself, whatever the case may be. But yeah, he knows that he can trust us. So just come on in and start getting set up, and he'll usually come around and collect from you. And you can do any way you want to do. You can say, I'm gonna be here all weekend, so I'm going to let him pay you now for the 2704 for the whole weekend, or I'll pay you now and I'll pay you tomorrow. I'll pay you 1352 today and I'll pay you 1352 tomorrow. I don't think they really care how you do that. Does anyone have an inverter so I can do my breathing treatments? I'll suffocate. How does it? You have to do that before you go to bed, or do you have to do that while you're in bed? Is that something you have to do all night, or is it something you just do before bed, or PRN, or what? How does that work? Do it as needed. Okay, well, worst scenario, there is power there. There's power in the bathrooms and the showers and outside a ranger station. So worst case scenario, you can go up to one of the for something like that. You could even go up to one of the power sites and just park your truck in the power site and do your treatment. They won't have a problem with that. I promise you. I have a generator. If not, I do it as needed. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think a couple of them have inverters. I know I don't have one. I need to get one. I really do, because we usually use it. Or need them during camp. But yeah, for something like a breathing treatment or something like that, you can go up and use the power at the ranger station in the showers and bathrooms anytime you want to. And you do that just anytime you want to. It doesn't matter. When you pay that 1352, you pay for that too. You pay for the power and water too. But if need be, if you don't want to do it in the bathroom or outside the bathroom, then you can go over to the right side. If you're standing facing the ranger station, to the left and down that road and around that corner and down the hill is where we'll be. But just to the immediate right of that station is a line of RV parking spots. Big long parking spots. The first year we went, I actually paid for 2 of those and said we could just pit tents all in both of these, because one RV spot would hold 15, 20 tents. So we just put everybody in 2 RV spots. And it wasn't that expensive either. I just paid for 2 of them for the weekend, and I didn't charge anybody. So actually, I think we did charge. I think everybody pitched in afterwards, reimbursed me or something. I don't remember. Point is, the power pole is right there. You can plug into that, and you won't have to buy a spot. I mean, you just pull up there and do your breathing treatment. When you get done, you can leave, go back down to the camp or to the bathroom or whatever you need to do. So yeah, that's not a problem. Don't hold that out as an issue. My husband's awful. Just don't want to die. We would rather you not do that at camp. Okay. We don't mind the breathing treatments, but dying is not allowed at camp. We've actually made that rule the second time we went out. Okay. We learned our lesson from the first time. But yeah, no dying at camp. So if you could do that afterwards, not before, because then you won't be able to come, but afterwards, like maybe 80, 90 years afterwards, that would be great. Thank you. No dying at camp, because we don't want you to die either. So you have to wait at least, if you're going to be at the camp, you have to sign a contract that says you're going to wait at least 80 days or 80 years after the camp. Starting the first day after camp, you have to wait at least 80 years past that. Then you can die if you want, but not before. So there's that. I'll try. Yeah, so y'all, CAPI camp is going to be so nice. I can't wait. I need a vacation. I really do. Even if it's just for the weekend, I need to chillax big time. I need to chill out just for a few days. Work is getting crazy. I got a promotion at work. I got myself a little raise. I did. So it's It's been crazy. It's been crazy go nuts. Just crazy go nuts. So I need a weekend away from the world. I need to go and decompress. And that's one thing I love about CAPI Camp. Yeah, I'm busy the whole time. I'm either cooking or teaching class or doing investigations or watching people or stuff like that. So if you're coming to take the class, a lot of people don't realize this. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. When you come to take the class, when you come to CAPI Camp, if you come to CAPI Camp to chill and hang out and just be with the team and fellowship and eat good and all that stuff, then you're good. You don't, I don't, you're just there and you're having a good time, and we appreciate you being there, and we love to fellowship with you and love on you and everything. But if you come for the class, from the time you get there to the time you leave, I'm watching and evaluating. So the whole time. The whole time you're there, I'm watching and evaluating, not just during the class or during the training or during the investigation part. I'm watching the whole time, because it's not just paranormal investigations, is not just not being afraid of a ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost. It's not just that. It's not just the it's not just the investigating. There's a lot of stuff behind that. There's a lot of stuff behind investigating. I've seen the results, and I'm sure probably some of you guys have too, seen the results of people that just, what I call weekend warriors, where they just go out on Friday night or Saturday night, and they go, or sometimes they'll go out for the entire weekend and to a graveyard or abandoned building or something, and camp out there and investigate and stuff like that. And they usually wind up either breaking the law or breaking a bone. It's usually the outcome of those weekend excursions, if you will. There's a lot more to the paranormal than just being out there and trying to collect evidence, especially if you're doing it incorrectly. There's a whole lot more to it. There's training that is involved. There's equipment that you got to know how to work. You can get the most expensive equipment. Speaking of equipment, oh my God, you guys will not believe what I found today. Dakota, you guys are not going to believe this. I got to show you something. Anyway, there's a lot of training that goes into it if you want to do it correctly. All right, there's not just that. People ask, well, when do you finally get to stop training? When do you finally get to that point to where you don't have to sit there and learn about it anymore, and you just do it and stop learning about it? I hope never. I've been doing it for 43 years, and yet I haven't got to that point to where I can stop training yet, where I start not training someone else, but training myself learning something every day. I think this would be a very monotonous and boring profession if you did it and you didn't have to learn anything anymore. I really like the fact that I learned something on investigations. Just about every investigation I go on, I'll see something that I thought that would happen. That would happen if I did that way, or if he did that this way, or if she said that. I figured that's what was going to happen. Now I have proof, or I didn't think that was going to do that. Well, now I know it definitely don't. Now we know not to do that. So I think it lagged when you talked about it earlier. Is there a charge for the class and certificate? Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, emo girl. There is a cost for the class. CAPI does not make any money on the class, but we also try our best not to lose any money on the class either. So we have to charge $25 a person for the class and certificate. That's for the classroom, the training, the investigation, and the certificate. That's for everything. It's a $25 charge. However, this you are a client. You're not just a part of the CAPI family on YouTube, but you're also a client. Clients don't pay for classes. So yeah, there's that. Can't use that one as an excuse, can ya? Not saying you would. Yeah, there's no charge for you. Yep, we don't charge clients. So We used to have it to where it was half price for clients, but I started thinking about it. I was like, we're still taking money from clients, and I can't do that. I can't bring myself to take money from a client. So yeah, there's actually no charge. There is a charge for the class. It's $25. It used to be 50. It used to be nothing. I did the class for free every single time, and I was spending a lot of money doing it. That's back when we were having 10, 15, 20 people in the class. Um, so I was paying a lot of money for these classes. So we changed it. We said, okay, there's a $15 charge for the class from now on. And then it went up to 25, I believe, or 20, I think it was. And then later on, we did 25, and we did 25 for a long time. And then not long ago, we changed it to 50. And we had a lot of people that said they want to take the class, they just can't afford it. And so what we did was we said, well, why don't we go back down to, not me, I think it was Beth or John, I think it was Beth, that just he said, hey, this whole $50 thing is not working. Why don't we go down to 25 on the class? So we went back down to 25. So now it's 25. And then it was $12.50 for a client. But then we changed that to where it's free for a client, 25 for non-clients. And so, but even if, look, the $25 is just to pay for the paper, the copy charge, the material, the certificates, all that stuff. That's the only thing that pays for. We don't make any money off of that. So don't ever, and I tell this to everybody, we really appreciate when someone can pay for the class because it helps us out financially to where we don't have to be, hurting when it comes to preparing for the class. So we really like it when people can pay. But if they can't pay, we also don't want them not to take the class. We don't do the class for money. We do the class for education. We do the class for awareness. We do the class to bring out what the real paranormal is instead of this BS you get from the television and wives' tales. So we don't do it for money. We don't make any money. So I have no problem with saying, you know what, there's no charge. Let's just make it easy. I really just make it easy for this weekend. Nobody pays for the class this weekend. We'll just do a whole. It's free. The class is free this weekend. If you come to CAPI camp, the class is free. You don't have to pay for it. So that's just this weekend now. Okay, that's not from now on. That's just this weekend. Class is free. So if you come to CAPI camp and you want to do the class, there's no charge. Nobody, not just clients, but nobody pays for CAPI for the class. All right. There's nothing I can do about the tent charge. That's not my charge. That's the park's charge. Parks have to make money, especially this one. So they actually they actually do have to make money, and that's one of the ways that this particular park makes its money is it charges for the tent camping and other things like fishing and stuff like that. So yeah, you have to pay for that. There's nothing I can do about the 1352. I still don't know why it's that specific number. I don't know how they come up with the 1352. I've always said I was going to ask them, but I've never. I mean, I don't care. It's actually one of the cheaper places that we go to. It's just a weird number. We can definitely pay if needed, though. I absolutely do appreciate not charging clients. Yeah, that's the one thing I will not alter on, Emo Girl. But thank you very much. I can't alter on that though. When it comes to clients, we don't charge clients. We don't charge our clients any money.
Hi. I came on here like.
I think she likes me a little bit. So yeah, you guys come to CAPI camp. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dakota said she didn't want to go this year.
What?
I mean this time.
What is it?
She said she didn't want to go to CAPI camp. You going to cut my hair off? No, okay. Stop playing with those. Put them up. Where's my coffee? Said you was going to make me a cup of coffee. See, your shirt looks so much better like that. It really does. Yeah, it does. 1,000%. All right. I think we've beaten that horse as much as we can. Let's see. it for upcoming events. We're going to be working on putting together a meet and greet pretty soon. I got to get with the team and find out when we want to reschedule one of those. Meet and greets, we usually just find somewhere to go eat that will accommodate a lot of people. And we just go there and eat and fellowship and meet. And that's it. We have a lot of fun at our meet and greets as well. We always have fun everything that we do, whether it's investigating or classes or camping or whatever, speaking engagements, whatever we do, radio, it doesn't matter, whatever we do. We always have a really good time.
I'm so
We love it. So everything we do, we have a great time doing it. Or we wouldn't do it if we didn't. So we're going to be putting that together pretty soon. Got your slime?
Scented.
Yep. It's great.
Great.
Yep. We will be doing that really soon. So keep your ears on the grindstone for that. Don't do that. And because that's coming up. That's always a good thing. Let's see what else. I think that's it for upcoming events. It's CAPI Camp, and we're going to be working on getting some meet and greets put together for you guys. We've had a lot of success and fun with meet and greets in the past. We've actually met people that have joined the team from meet and greets over the years. So we really love doing those. And it's not just a chance for us to get together and people, the CAPI family, to meet us and see, get to know the investigators and put faces with names and stuff and voices. But it's also a time for us to get together and fellowship with the team too, because we don't live really close to each other. Everybody lives like a long way apart. We still get to see each other, sometimes, but most of the time we get to see each other is during these events or investigations. And not everybody goes on investigations. So it's just sometimes we, can go a few weeks without seeing each other, and that sucks. So this meet and greets, we want to get them started back up. That way we can see each other too. Because we're salt and peppered all over the state. We have some people coming to camp that might want to be on the team. That's why they're taking the classes, because they may want to be on the team. Oh, let me put it, that's another thing. This camp is free. Unless you want to be on the team, then there is a $25 charge. All right. If you're taking the class to be on the team, there's a $25 processing charge. All right. Because we have to do a bunch of stuff like t-shirt and backgrounds and vetting and all that stuff. So there is a $25 membership fee that you pay one time when you first join team, and then that's it. You'll never have to pay anything else again. We used to do a dues where people had to pay a monthly dues, but I got away from that because it was a freaking nightmare. So we don't do that anymore. So if you join the team, you want to be on the team, you want to take the class. This time the class is free, but you still have to pay the $25 I want to be on the team fee. Other than that, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And if you want to be on the team, and this is for not just for everybody that's on now, but for when you watch whenever some of the people watch this later on, because we do have a handful of people that watch the show every week, but they don't watch it when we're on because they're either at church or in bed or whatever because of work tomorrow, but they watch it later on. If you want to join the team and you're going to take the class this weekend, the class itself is free. $25 is gone for that. You don't have to pay that. But if you want to take the class to be on the team, if you're trying to be on the team, then you do have to pay the $25 registration fee. All right, admission fee or whatever you want to call it. What are the requirements to be a team member? Other than I have actually talked about that before. Requirements to be a team member is you have to take the class. You have to pay the $25, but it's non-refundable. Even if you don't make it on the team, you don't get that back. That's two reasons for that. One is processing, and two is making sure people are serious. If I just say, hey, you want to join the team? Someone says, yeah, that sounds good. And they come up there and they're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think I want to do this. Well, if you're going to pay money to do it, then a lot of times they'll be like, okay, yeah, we paid money for this. We better take this serious. Now, husband and wife teams, like you guys were talking about, it's $50. All right, that's something we can't waiver on is the admission fee. All right. It's to show want and seriousness. So we can't waver on that. So it's $25. So that's what you do. You have to take the class. Usually you have to pay for the class plus the $25. So usually it's $50 for people that want to join the team. But to this weekend, if you do it just this weekend, it's free. You just pay your $25 that you want to be on the team. If you want to be considered to be on the team, here's how that works. You take the class all the way through from the classroom to the hands-on to the investigation and all of that. After that, you will be invited to an investigation of real, actual client investigation. The team will be there on that investigation. The entire team will have to be there on that investigation. We do that investigation with you. We help train you during that investigation. We watch you as you do it. We look for stuff like following directions, common sense, safety, open-minded skepticism. We look for a bunch of stuff. After that investigation, the real investigation, you do the class, you do the hands-on, you do the mock investigation, and then you come and do another investigation with the team, an actual investigation, not a mock investigation, but a real investigation at a team's area, team or the client's residence or place of business or building or whatever the site is. After that investigation, within days of that investigation, myself, John, or Beth will call the team, the entire team, and they will say, how did Mary Sue do during the investigation? She did pretty good. She could work on this, this, and this, but other than that, she did pretty good. And the next person might say, yeah, she's a little too amped to say ghost, a little more for my taste or whatever. So they get all this information, and usually we kind of talk about it a little bit, and then we do a vote. If everybody on the team votes yes, then we invite you to join the team. If everybody on the team but one person says yes, one person says no, then you don't make it. It has to be a 100%. All right. No, not one person can say no and you not make it on the team. All right. The reason we do that is because we pride ourselves on not having any drama or any of that stuff on the team. And that's the best way to keep it from there. If one person says no, but 6 people say yes, then we can't just say, okay, well, majority wins. There's always going to be that animosity between the newbie and that team member that said no. All right, there's always going to be that. The newbie may never know who that team member is that said no. They may never know that the team member did say no, if we did it that way. But there would always be that problem, that there would always be that issue there. So we don't do that. Everybody on the team has to say yes. If they say yes, we call you up and we invite you to join the team. We say we liked you. We took a vote. It was all yeses. We want to invite you to be on the team as a newbie. Or if someone says no, or everybody says no, or whatever, anybody says no at all, no matter how many it was, I'll contact you myself and explain to you that you didn't make it on the team. I do not tell you who said yes and who said no. Sometimes I don't even know that. I don't discuss that with you. It's none of your business. It's none of my business. Sometimes I don't want to know who said no. I have had people that I presented to the team as a potential member, and somebody on the team said no. And so I've always respected it. I said, okay, I thought they'd make a good investigator, but obviously you didn't. So got you. We'll move on. I don't never question my team's integrity or their professionalism or any of that stuff. If they say no, then it's okay. It's done. I'll call you up. You don't just not get a letter, not get a phone call, or we don't text you and say you suck or anything like that. I'll literally either call you or come to you and say, hey, we voted, you didn't make it. What I usually say at that point is that doesn't mean you can't be on the team at a later date. Maybe go back and review your notes, go back and study the class material, maybe get some experience under your belt, come back and talk to us, later on, and let's see if we can do it again. All right. Unless there's a reason that is one of our no vetting reasons that one of the team members come to me and say, hey, I'd love to say yes, but I happen to know this person's involved in this, and this, then you just don't get a chance. I just call you and say, hey, yeah, you didn't make it. First words that usually happen after that is where's my $25? I want my $25 back. I say, you're not getting the $25 back. Sorry. You knew that when you came in. You pay that for processing fee and all that stuff. And no, you're not getting that back. So that doesn't happen. So don't get your panties in a wad and come back and say, well, I want my money back. Oh, well, you're not getting it. Go away. You know, so we don't ever make it that harsh. But yeah, we do have to talk sometimes. But if you make it on the team, everybody said yes. You've taken the class, you've taken the investigation, everybody said yes, you paid your money, everything's done. You're now a member of the team. You're now a member of Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. You're on the team as an investigator, all right? But hold on, you're not on the team as an investigator. You're actually on the team as an investigator in training, or as we like to affectionately call you, a newbie, all right? A lot of your first few investigations are going to be hauling equipment, running errands, you know, so and so, go tell so and so I need a flashlight, or go tell so and so to get down here with an EVP recorder or something like that. You know, for your first 10 investigations, you're a newbie. All right, you're an investigator in training. All right, you keep up with your times, your investigations. Those investigations have to be with a team leader. All right, they have to be with a team leader. So it has to be either me, John, or Beth that you're with to be on that. Actually, I think everybody on my team now qualifies. I'll have to check and see what many investigations and everything, but I think on the team qualifies to be as a, I don't know, a tweezer. But I think everybody on the team qualifies to be a team leader. I think they do. I have to look into that. But if that's true, then you just be with anybody. But what I usually tell people to do is take their certificate and write on the back how many investigations they have. You know, you like to do 1, 2, 3, 4 / 1, 2, 3, 4 /. I've even had people turn their certificate over and for their first 10 investigations, put on there the time, location, date, all that stuff. They'll put on there for their first 10. Once you get to that 10, you come to us and say, hey, this is my 10th investigation. I usually like you to tell me before. I usually like you to tell me around 8 or 9. That helps me out because I'm a very forgetful person. So I usually like for the team, the newbie to come to me around 8 or 9 and say, hey, this is my 9th investigation. The next investigation that I go on is 10. That way I can know. I usually make an announcement to the team, a congratulatory kind of thing. And then also on the show, I'll give you a shout out and tell everybody you're now an official investigator. You are on probation on the team even after that. There's no really set probationary period per se. I guess if I had to put a time on it, I would say probably a year from onset. Um, but yeah, it's just until I feel like you're ready to not be on probation anymore. Um, and then we also talk to you about the do's and the don'ts and the you better nots and stuff like that, stuff that will get you kicked off the team really fast, stuff like that. Let me catch up with y'all some things here. Let's see, Hub and I will talk about it and let you know. Okay. Would we be judged individually or as a pair? You know what? I used to hate it whenever a husband and wife team would come to be on the team because it has happened to where the husband made it, but the wife didn't, or the wife made it and the husband didn't. And that gets kind of awkward. Um, I think we've had every scenario there happen. We accepted a wife one time if the husband didn't get accepted. And the wife said, well, if my husband can't be a part of it, then neither can I. And she left. We have had at least one instance where either the mother or the wife or the husband was denied, but the other one was accepted. And they said, okay, well, I guess I'll do it by myself. She won't do it with me. But later on, they were accepted too. So, yeah, you're judged individually. Yeah, it's individually. I asked because with the strokes, husband relies on me 90% of the time because of his Mental issues. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, there's one thing about CAPI. You're required to do one investigation a month, just to keep your investigator status. At least one investigation per month you're required to do. Um, or is it 8 investigations? 8 investigations a year and one a month. I'll have to look at it, but I think it's one a month or 8 a year. Um, just to keep your status on the team. But there's a catch there. With CAPI, family comes first. Family is always first. Um,
The surgery is done.
okay, the family's always first. Your family, your career, your religion, all that come before CAPI. You know, we usually say family, career, God, CAPI. Um, somewhere in there should be you too, yourself. But all that comes um, way before CAPI. I insist on that. I have team members call me up sometimes and say, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. We scheduled a family event, and I completely forgot. We're not going to be able to make it Saturday." I'm like, "Okay." And then they'll say, "You know what? I could probably get out of it." I'm like, "No, you're not. Or you can get out of it if you want to, but you ain't coming on an investigation. Family first. It's always family first. We never step in that. We consider ourselves part of the family. We're all investigators and everybody on the team, from investigators to managers to finance to me to Corey. Everybody on the team is family. But your blood family comes before this family, 150,000% of the time. Right? So yeah, um, we never would ever question anything like that. Your money, your family, and your religion always come first, without a doubt. So yeah, all these questions and more will be answered at camp as well. So, girl, if you got something else to ask me, all these daggum questions, you got something else to ask, wait to camp, or I'm not going to answer them. So that way you come to camp. See, if I stop answering your questions here, then you have to come to camp to get the answers. I think that's pretty damn ingenious. Of course, I think I've answered all your questions, so the point is rather moot, huh? Wish I could be smarter quicker. I really need to be smarter quicker. Really need to be smarter quicker. Well, I've taken up all of our time talking about Cappy Camp and prayer request and all this stuff. That's okay because I really didn't have a whole much to talk about tonight on the subject, because I was actually hoping to get started on the sites by now. But I think there's a couple more things we could talk about as far as haunted history. Um, but we're going to do that next Sunday. Hopefully, after next Sunday's show is when we're going to start going to these places and showing you live, or not live, but showing you on the show what they look like now, what they look like then, what we did, what we found, what has been found, what hasn't been found, all that stuff. So we're going to start going to these places live. Um, we'll be there. That is so awesome, emo girl. I'm excited now. I'm always excited for Cappy Camp, but I'm really excited that you guys are going to come. I love you guys so much. You're so awesome. That is an awesome couple, y'all. Y'all just don't know. That is so awesome that you guys are coming. I cannot wait for Cappy Camp now. That's going to be so awesome. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so that's going to be perfect. I'm so glad you guys are coming. That is so awesome. We're going to have so much fun. We really are. It's just too much fun. Tell them how fun Cappy Camp is. Should anybody even go to Cappy Camp?
Good.
Why?
Because of
Why
them.
go? Why go to Cappy Camp though? Even as a family, why even go? Give me one good reason why anybody should ever even think about going to Cappy Camp.
Because we don't want to just stay home and sit there.
Right? You don't want to just stay home on weekend. Get out, do something, right? What about the food at Cappy Camp? Is that any good, or is that just ugh?
It is good.
It's good for real. What about the people that you meet? They're probably pretty horrible people, aren't they? You don't want to meet anybody at Cappy Camp, do you?
Come going. Doesn't anybody want a hug?
I would love a hug. Absolutely. I'm going to go to CAPI camp and get me a hug. Do they give CAPI camp hugs?
Of course.
Awesome. Well, the places that we go to are pretty nasty, though, aren't they? They're usually ugly and
I don't know that.
out of place.
I
You've been to CAPI camp? Have you? Has the
thought
places
you were talking
been
about the
like the campgrounds?
They're awesome. And plus,
Awesome.
maybe you get to go swimming.
I know, right? I don't know how the weather's going to be. The temperature's going to be this weekend. I think it's going to be kind of cool. A little bit too cool to go swimming, but we'll play it by ear. If it's even just a little bit warm enough to go, we'll go, won't we? Bring your suits just in case, because there is a nice little sectioned off swimming area there and a big playground for the kids. It's so much fun. We'll be there. We love y'all. We're excited. Oh, I'm so excited too, Emo Girl. I'm so excited you guys are coming. That's just awesome. Excuse me. I had
Can I make you coffee?
meatloaf and no, I'm still waiting. God. But we love you guys so much. Cannot wait for next week. Don't hold me to it, but I'm hoping to get it started to on the live locations next week, and then we'll do some recordings and then put that up for the next few weeks as well until the end of the year, and then we'll come back with our conspiracy theory series. Been meaning to for years now and just never got there. Okay, well, this year getting there. Okay, we want to see you there. I love you guys so much. I want you to do me a huge favor sometime this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make somebody smile, because that's exactly what we need the most of right now. We love you guys so much. We will see you next week. I want you guys to have a paranormal week.
Bye.
Good night.